Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something weirdly emotional. Why those songs you heard as a teenager still hit harder than anything on your playlist today. You know the ones. The tracks that instantly teleport you back to your high school crush, late night bus rides, or that one heartbreak you swore you'd never recover from. Yeah, those wank songs. So, why do we still feel such a strong connection to them, even years later? Let's get into it. All right, let's rewind a bit. Literally, you're 15, awkwardly growing up, figuring out life, and probably wearing questionable fashion choices. At that time, your brain is doing something wild. It's going through a massive remodeling phase. Scientists call it neural pruning. Basically, your brain is like, okay, let's delete the boring stuff and keep what matters most. Everything you experience, your first love, your first heartbreak, your first concert, it all hits harder because your brain is wiring itself to remember emotionally charged moments more deeply. Now, here's where music sneaks in like a ninja. When you hear a song during that teenage phase, it gets stamped into your emotional memory. That's because your amygdala and hippocampus, the emotion and memory centers, are both super active. So every time you hear that song again as an adult, your brain basically presses the nostalgia button. You don't just remember the tune, you remember how you felt. It's like your brain is saying, oh, hey, remember this song? This was playing when life was dramatic and everything felt like the end of the world. And let's be honest, teenage emotions are basically feelings on steroids. During adolescence, your dopamine levels, the brain chemical that makes you feel pleasure, are at their peak. So when you listened to music back then, it didn't just sound good, it felt amazing. Your brain attached that rush of dopamine to the songs you loved. Ever wondered why new music just doesn't hit the same anymore? It's not that today's music is worse. It's that your brain isn't experiencing it with the same emotional intensity it did when you were younger. Think about it. No song today can compete with that one track you listened to on repeat after your first breakup. You probably screamed the lyrics into your pillow, convinced that nobody understood your pain, except maybe Adele. Studies show that most people's favorite songs come from when they were between 13 and 19 years old. That's why your parents still love their old school hits. And one day, you'll be telling your kids, music was real back in my day. It's nostalgia, sure, but it's also biology. Your teenage brain was like a recording studio for emotions, and music was the soundtrack that got permanently saved. So the next time an old song comes on and you suddenly feel like you're back in your school uniform, remember, you're not crazy. You're just reliving the emotional mixtape your brain made years ago. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because we've got more mind-bending explanations coming your way.